What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video I'm going to be playing with a squad, well, an actual real life squad. One of the greatest teams of all time, the 2014 San Antonio Spurs. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If we can hit 300 likes, that would be insane. And we are trying to get to 30k subscribers by NBA 2K18. We are not that far off right now. So if you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy my content, hit the subscribe button. We are very, very close. So anyway, now let's get on to the squad. At the point guard, while he was still somewhat in his prime, one of the best point guards in the NBA at the time, it's Tony Parker. I don't have his emerald card because his emerald card genuinely is like 30k right now because he's either not on the market or there's one of them. I'm fairly sure it's just the same guy trying to get as much as possible out of him. But anyway, we gotta go with gold Tony Parker. At the 2, we have got the guy who could have been the hero in the 2013 finals, became the villain for not getting a defensive rebound, and it's Danny Green. Danny Green set the NBA Finals record for most threes in the finals the year before that in 2013, but also had quite a good 2014 finals. At the 3, we've got finals MVP Kawhi Leonard. While people are saying he locked down LeBron, he didn't. He didn't realistically outperform LeBron individually, but he did contain LeBron enough that the Miami Heat's entire offense struggled. Kawhi had a great finals that year, and that was the first time people thought of Kawhi as a legit future superstar in the NBA and not just a defender. At the 4, we have got the guy who I think should have won finals MVP, it's Borris Diaw. Games 1 and 2 in this series against the Heat were tight. They were tight. Like, the air conditioning not being on and LeBron getting cramps pretty much decided game 1. Game 2, the Heat actually beat San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio, and then Popovich put this guy in the starting lineup. He had like a 25 plus minus per 100 possessions, which was incredible, which I think was the highest of any Spur, and he definitely should have been in the conversation for finals MVP. In my opinion, I think he should have won over Kawhi, but Kawhi was great as well, so I'm not going to argue that. And at the 5, we have got a power forward, and it's Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan actually started the finals at the 4 and diaw on the bench, but the last 3 games where they looked like the best team ever is he was at center, so that's why I'm going to put him there. Tim Duncan was incredible in that finals as well. This was kind of the last really good year we got out of Tim Duncan. He was brilliant in the 2013 finals, he was really good in 2014, he kind of had a little bit of a dip in 2015 when the Spurs lost in the first round of the playoffs, and then his last year in the league, while still great, just wasn't the Tim Duncan we remembered. At the bench of the point guard, we have got a guy who didn't actually play much in the finals the year before, and it's Patty Mills. Patty Mills did not play much in the 2013 finals and ended up being a huge piece of that team in the 2014 finals and played really well off the bench. At the 2, we've got a guy who played very well at parts in the 2013 finals and very badly at parts. He played okay, I guess, in the 2014 finals, but the thing is, he had like a plus minus of like 40 per 100 possessions. The only player who had a better plus minus than Borris Diaw on the team. So when he was on the floor, the team did really well, but that was probably mostly because the Spurs bench just killed the Heat's bench. Off the bench of the 3, we've got a 2 guard, and it's Marco Belinelli. This was the year he won the 3-point contest as far as I remember. I could be wrong, but I think Kyrie won it in 2013, Belinelli 14, and Curry 15, if I'm not crazy. I can't honestly, I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. But Belinelli didn't do too much in the finals, averaged like 6 a game. At the 4, we've got a guy who actually changed the previous series, and it's Matt Bonner. Wherever he is. Where is he? There he is. So Matt Bonner was inserted into the starting lineup against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals in Game 5, and that just kind of changed the way the series was. When Ibaka came back for the Thunder, it changed that entire series. He was blocking shots, and he was the guy who killed the Spurs. When the Thunder were beating the Spurs, it was always a lot to do with Serge Ibaka. So they brought in Matt Bonner to try space the floor, and it just made Ibaka less effective. At the 5, we've got a guy who started the first 2 games in the finals and didn't play that much after it, to be honest. It wasn't like he went from starting to playing major bench minutes. He went from starting to not playing much as the diaw splitter. Like, Spurs went out with this lineup to start the first 2 games in the finals. Sorry, this lineup. But I am going to be going with diaw because that's the lineup they ran when they won the last 3 games. And if you guys are saying that diaw should not have won finals MVP, that I'm overrating him, type in Spurs 2014 finals. The first three of the first 5 articles that come up are about how Borris Diaw is the reason why Spurs are winning, how Borris Diaw should be finals MVP. So I'm not the only one who thinks it. And the last 2 people on the team one's a silver and point guard. who didn't actually play too much. It's Corey Joseph. He lost his backup point guard spot to Patty Mills that year. Didn't play much and then did well in Toronto. The last player is a bronze center. It is, where is he? It's Aaron Baines, who did quite well. So this was the team. The only player who played in the NBA Finals that is not in this squad is Jeff Ayers. And the only reason he's not in the squad is because he's not in the game. So anyway, that's the squad. Now let's get into the game. Duncan's right there. Wow. LeBron jammed it on him. All right. Let's go. Easy shot right here. Pick and roll. Mid-range for Duncan. And Duncan's going to make that. Diaw for 3. Puts it up. And Diaw hits it. Let's see if we can go and shoot like 80% in the first half like they did against the Miami Heat in Game 3. If we get 2013 Finals Danny Green, we're all good. Where he was just nailing every shot he seemed to take. Oh, into Kawhi. Like, oh my god, Kawhi's injured already? Really? Really? No, no Kyle Anderson, Belinelli, or Ginobili get on the court. How did he get injured so quickly? Like, we're literally like 2 minutes into the game. Just hack and get out of there. What happened there? What the hell was that animation? And how was that not a shooting foul? Okay, why is Kyle Anderson on the floor? I'm almost certain I tried to put Ginobili on, but I put Belinelli in now instead. Now we got Patty Mills in. Some instant offense. Good pass. That's Spurs basketball. Let's go. There's no point just going ISO ball. We gotta play some Spurs ball. Ginobili's out running. He's the one guy who plays ISO ball. He's the one guy who can do stuff like that. Let's go. You got a 9-point lead early. Like, all he's doing is fouling. Like, surely there's no point of him even playing this. If he just wants to just hack me on every play, he might as well just rage quit. Okay, Diaw splitter. Why did he stop? Did any of you guys see what Diaw splitter did just there? He had an open layup and stopped and spotted for 3. He can't even shoot the ball. That's just 2K's logic with fast breaks. There is no logic with 2K's fast breaks. I'm actually gonna go reverse lineup challenge if he doesn't rage quit in the next minute. I'm gonna go reverse lineup. So I'm gonna be playing my point guard at center, point guard, etc. Okay, we're going 4 out, 1 in with Patty Mills as the 1 in. Get inside, Patty Mills. Take the foul. Let's go. Great rim protection. Oh no, I thought Patty Mills was gonna get a block right there. We have no rim protection whatsoever, Patty Mills in. And we've got no handle whatsoever with Diaw splitter playing center. Or say playing point guard. Oh, damn. Let's see. Like, this isn't even like Justin Hamilton, the point guard bronze. This is Diaw splitter. Diaw splitter. I don't understand why Stephen A. Smith was always so hard on him. Diaw splitter could play, like. Oh no, nearly. Spin him. It's a tough shot and 1. I'll take the foul. I'll gladly take that. Green light. And he goes 2 for 2. It's a 22-point game. And that's a rage quit. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, the Spurs in 2014 were one of the greatest teams of all time. This team, honestly, the way they played in those last few games, they could have beaten any team in history, including 96 Bulls and this year's Warriors. You might be saying the Warriors would have outshot them. They would not have outshot the team for those final 3 games. And this team was just absolutely incredible. Like, I'm a Heat fan and I'm saying this. I'm a Heat fan and the 2014 Heat was a great team. And they destroyed them. That 2014 Heat team was way better than any team MJ played in the finals. It was very similar standard-wise to this year's Cleveland Cavaliers team. And even though the Warriors beat the Cavs in 5, it wasn't a whitewash like this. And also, MJ never beat a team as good as the Heat. by anywhere near as much as the Spurs beat them in this series. In my opinion, in those few games, it was the greatest team I have ever seen. Obviously, you can argue that they're not the greatest team ever, and you could make a legit point, but from what I saw, how I saw them play, they were the best team I've ever seen for those few games, and definitely deserve to be up in the conversation at least for the greatest teams ever. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.